Hi, I'm that girl Goddess, and I'm coming up today because I was talking about dating and meeting people and setting boundaries and everything, but a lot of people say I'm a good person. Well, I'm gonna hold that in mind. You're a good person. If you're a good person, can I leave a couple dollars sitting around my house without you taking it without my knowledge? Do you feel because I have a couple dollars that I should give it to you, that you have the right to take it and not give it back without me asking for it? Because if you ask somebody for some money, you should be the first one to find them to give them some money. Pay it back without excuses. You know, if you had a means to give the money back, that's not a good person. That's a thief and a liar. You need to ask people, because a lot of people talking about they good people, but they don't tell you they have incurable. I know they have meds nowadays and you can go undetected, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not looking for somebody that's maintaining undetected. Okay, I want someone. I'm not saying it's their fault they went and got this. Some things just happened, and it happened because they didn't ask the right question. They wasn't looking for the last sign. They wasn't looking for updates. Because you can always tell somebody, "Well, we finna go to the doctor. I want to see your health. What they got your diagnosis." You can, but people's lazy. They don't want nobody to go. They should have a paper, a printout. It would tell them their status. Are they diabetic with their blood pressure? It's gonna tell you the pulse ox, which is their oxygen level. They're gonna tell you if they diabetic, their A1C. They're gonna tell you all kind of stuff. If they have an infection, do they have antibiotics they need to take, and their status. It's going to be noted. Okay. You need to look up all the medication for people who take to stay undetected. Learn their medications. You need to know if that person is lazy. Do they like to go on long walks? Do they exercise a little bit? Some people are so lazy. Once they get up, they just sit on the couch and eat all day, walk from the kitchen to the couch. What is their active level? Because then, do they like to go out? Are they an introvert? Are they an extrovert? Okay? Because these things matter. You know if you like hanging out. You don't have to always spend money, but you know if you like going long walks, you like going to the park, looking at the water. Some people like to stay in 24/7. So it's not a question if it's negative, but ask the right questions. But then I'm going to ask you, are you a good person if you lie about your gender? No, you're not. Is a liar considered a great person? Malicious liar. Things that they know is important that they withhold. No, you're not a good person. Do you? A lot of people get their checks and they don't live within their financial means. Are you a good person because you keep asking everybody for money? No, you're not. Even if you pay some of it back. Because if you're living like that, you're not going to pay all of it back. No, you're not a good person. You preying on people. Prey. You preying on people just like a predator. Okay? Are you a real jealous-hearted person? And you act a fool? No, that's not a good person. You should have emotional control. I know some things are hurt if you see somebody overly affectionate, but if a person can't even see you, say, hey, you see somebody and you knew them all your life, y'all went to school together, like we went to Bible school, and you hug them, you like, hey, what's going on? And you give them a hug. If they're upset and everything goes south from there, there's something wrong with them. That's not okay. We all know people. We all grew up with people. And it's common to hug and greet people, especially Christians. The Bible said, greet your brother with a holy kiss. And that's on the cheek. Okay? You shouldn't be acting a fool about everything. And you can tell if something is leading intimate or two people are interested in each other. If you see that, then you know the signs. You can have a discussion and you watch, pray, ask God to expose, and He will. But if you jump in things too quick, you already gonna wrestle with their demons. You gotta, I tell people, them first, and when Steve Harvey said 90 days, you really do need to hold off them 90 days to get to know who you sleeping with, who you potentially can be with. You need to know some important questions. And people who withhold information is not a good person. They're a liar. They trapped you. It's like I met a man once before, and he was a bishop, supposed to be a bishop, but we know he ain't, because he wasn't blameless. He wasn't decent. He was preaching in the pulpit. His wife sitting next to him. She wanted to be called doctor. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, doctor, and you have to look at a lot of these pastors that call themselves doctors. Are they considered witch doctors? Okay? Because that's what she was. He walked out of the pulpit, walked way in the back room with the microphone to try to offer me some money to be with me. Why? Service was going on. They couldn't see what was going on in the room with me. But yeah, I left the church quickly. Then he turned around and told me that God said I was his wife. And I said, but you're married. He said, you might as well say, I said, I'm not going to be with no man who's married. They divorce should be final. He said, you might as well say is that try to trick me into some intimate relationship. Even though when I told him, I don't do that unless I'm married. Try to trick me into it. And I told him, I said, first of all, when he got along with me, it went too far. Him being aggressive. S.A. Then he gonna tell me, I told him, I said, first of all, that is with not consent. And I even told you, if you still married, he hadn't even gave the woman no divorce paper. If you still married, I'm not even interested in talking to you. I respect marriage. I respect long, committed relationships, because that's something y'all agreed upon. I don't walk around and prey on other people's relationship. I ask them, and if they can't be honest, then I don't want to be bothered. But he don't see nothing wrong with this. I see something wrong with it because I don't want to be an adulterer. I don't want to be intimate with a married person. I said, you're disgusting and you're a liar. You're not a bishop. You're a predator. Okay? I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays. They just be like, well, life be life, and no, life ain't life, and then you lying. Life has nothing to do with demonic activities. We live in this earth, and living can bring us into demonic situations so God can teach us why he set boundaries. It's called growing in the Lord. But if you walk like God tell you to do, you won't be affected like that. It's people that's professional leeches. It's people who grow up, they over 21, and they lean on their parents for everything. First of all, your parents shouldn't have to tell you to invest in their household if you stay in there. You shouldn't be borrowing money from your parents every time you blink. Okay? That's what being an adult is. You take responsibility for the things that you owe and the things that you want and your goals, and fulfilling them and picking up all of your responsibility and holding yourself accountable. That's called being an adult. And you must be of legal age, not 18. 18 is not legal age. 18 is you can legally move into your own apartment without a parent signing. You don't have to be emancipated, okay? 18 means you're going to take responsibility of your crime, okay? But 21, you can buy drinks and smoke and this and that, and you don't have to ask your parents for nothing. Now, 25, a lot of people say that's considered an adult. But after 21, you truly can consent. People say the age is 16. No, it's not. Okay, don't even get caught up in that lie. 16, you're still considered a child. You're not considered an adult. Children should not be intimate. It is against the law for people who are not adults to be intimately involved. Let me straighten you out. And just like a lot of people don't understand, they be going through people's phones. There is a law against you going into somebody's cell phone finding out information, even if it's for your betterment. It's called the Telecommunication Privacy Act. And you get information like that and you try to take it to court and you illegally went to somebody's phone, they didn't tell you, give you permission to do that. Baby, you can be locked up. You can get a fine. The evidence is thrown out. I'm just going to explain that to you. Okay? And that's not a good person. If you feel you have to go into somebody's phone that you can't trust what they're saying, that's not a good person. They're not being respectful. Okay? But here again, I'm the girl goddess and I'm talking about boundaries. Y'all be blessed. Share, like, and communicate.